Kaizer Nation, Sanbonan Bafetu. And yeah, welcome back to Football Trends with me, OQB, where we bring you some of the latest Kaizer news update. But unfortunately, Bafetu, on today's live stream, we're not here to talk about my update as much as I would love to give you an update. There's currently nothing much. I'm just trying to test, to see if this thing can be able, to give us some live streams, and then we can be able to do open chats and everything, because we always strive for the best. So far, the only thing I can give to you is Coach Nasredine Nabi. Remember, Umjita went for that operation, and I'm sure you've seen him with social media. You've seen some pics la hamba khona ngama crashes, showing what he's not 100%, he's not fit, but it looks like in 827 this month, obviously, which is going to be Wednesday. That's where we're going to be playing Richards Bay in New Peter Mokaba Stadium at Polokwane. So that's where we're going to see Coach Nasredine Nabi, back in charge of the games. Hopefully, was over 100%, but so far we're hoping to see what's going to happen. So yeah, that's one thing I wanted to let you know. And then also we have a match 8:30 where we're going to be playing against the Royal AM. So I think we're going to travel to Kaizer, and that's where we're going to play against the Royal AM. And yeah, those are the two things that you need to know about V2. But anyways, like I've said, this is just an open chat and me trying to test this camera that I have, the capabilities and everything. You guys, we can talk about anything you guys want to talk about. I'm here to listen. This channel is not only for QB, but it's for all of us, the Kaizer Nation. So, Nitin Bafetu, what's going on? Okay, I will be here trying to read some of the comments, trying to see what's going on in this Vananalezo, because yeah, Bafetu, I never disappoint. So, Nitin Bafetu, I'm waiting to hear from you guys. And then getting update of it. Ngihlezi ngiletha lama update. Ngingupdate nini kanti? Ngingupdate nini. But anyways, let me just quickly go back to our comments, because I can see so far we have about 4 comments. We have Usihle Dlamini, who says unjani hola Koslami, how are you? Finally kudala nikhala ngami nikhala ngokungibona. I'm here. Hopefully camera it's very good. Ngiyathemba, but so far mangibheka from my other screen la efonini, as you can see, I think it's clear. Angazi sound because I cannot hear myself, but so far yeah, it looks good. So Sihle Lambini says unjani, hola to you my brother. And then Kalani Yimba says, hey QP, are you okay my man? No, I'm very good. As you can see in Sasa writing Yapilang Pelele, I'm happy. We've just lifted two trophies, and Lozoti, I'm a friendly games ngizomkhahlela angez like live stream. Then Sihle Lamini again says, Osuna Police is going to Orlando Pirates. No, I don't think so. I don't think Osuna Police is going to Orlando Pirates, but it will all depend on how they handle everything. But I don't think so. Umjita, to be honest, Bafetu is very much interested, in playing for Kaizer Chiefs. He knows Kaizer Chiefs is a big brand and everything. We have Kaizer Chiefs, but last time he was let down by the chairman Ayoge Polokwane City. Izinto lazama grand corner, he decided I don't want to sell. From the beginning ukuthi akafuna umthengisi Osuna Police. So yeah, angazi this time if ever things are going to be different, but it will depend on what's going to happen. So on. Yes, and January, we are just left with few days, 40 days, 45 days, 50 days, and then it's really January, the transfer window, and then we see what's going to happen, because that will be the short transfer window in January, and then later on we have the full transfer window on March, April, March, somewhere around there, and then Bayanda Franzo says, hola QB, hola my cousin, how are you my brother? I hope you're good. Hope says, what are the good news in faith? The good news is that Coach Nasredine Nabi is going to be available. Those are the good news. Other than that, there's nothing much, but Coach Nasredine Nabi, it looks like he processes ambigu and everything. It's moving on smoothly. So Sombona Abuya back in charge, probably in 827. We're gonna play Richards Bay. And then Hope again. Okay, I've read this one. Mr. B, Ranga is finished, bro. Well, I'm not too sure in terms of Ranga, but for me, I think he still needs competition. He still needs someone ozombonisa ukuthi yazini masingene gamini mfethu we need to do this and this and this and that. So I think he will learn a lot from his mistakes whenever he sees ukuthi there's competition. So far wonke ama matches esiwadlalile wonke almost out of 7 matches that we've played unama start. He's a starter, so it shows you ukuthi he doesn't have that thing ukuthi okay there's no problem ngiyazi ngizongena eskimini nakanjani whether I'm playing first game, I'm not playing, ngizodlala uyazi ukuthi uzosibamba ischeme. Is either uzodlala as a starter or adlale as a substitute. So that's something I think ukuthi iyambala kancane in terms of performance or relax it too much. So if ever he can get that competition. Look at Given him Simango was too relaxed for me, especially. He was too relaxed, but still still Tuktola or Inaso Miguel. You've seen how improved Given him Simango is. So far since I started Given him Simango, I haven't seen any mistakes. He's he's playing football. The giving him Simango that we know. So I think Urang and he just needs a bit of competition. That's where probably we can see him try to play his best. But so far, I think I have to agree with you, Mr. Pilapo. And then Fezile Mamelo says awe nkhona baba ngilalela woza nazo hayi cause kunjalo akunalutho nje ethini, but we just talking just an open chat. We chat nje about everything that is currently happening or anything you guys want to talk about. There's no problem. And then Usihle Oranga was never there. Whew. Okay, I think you jump in because we've already spoken about it. Eric says good work, Spong Eric Koslami. And then Umboso says salute my brother, Hopo Grant. A router is a must for me since I make sure to watch your videos, my brother. A router ibalulekile vele because data it's very expensive. You can't buy data. Angazi ngibona data bathi bomba 300 or 400 just to thenga data nje for a few seconds. I'll last, guys. I'll last. So yeah, definitely we need data. Sihlezi nje sisiconnectile ku Wi-Fi. Mangabe nomakhelwane wazi ukuthi ne Wi-Fi, go and connect there and make sure ukuthi yalisebenzisa idatha lakhe bafethu. And then Eric again, good work. Good work as always. Bonga kakhulu Koslami. I thank you so much from you guys because currently we are sitting at 32,000 subscribers, which shows you how much you guys believe in me and how trusting you are of me, because some of you even tell me in my comments Tina, we've unsubscribed from other channels, Kona my channel but we're no longer following them because of you, QP. You are giving us, everything that we need. So I highly appreciate you guys, and I appreciate you, Ngembela. And then Sihle, perfect, bruh. Sponga Koslami. This says hi QP. I would like to see Oswin signed for Kaizer Chiefs. Danko. Hopefully some taller, but as in, let's just wait and see what's going to happen this January transfer window, this short transfer window. If ever bam sign Cheetah, don't worry, I will let you know, guys. I will let you know. And if bayazama futhi kumsigna and things don't go according to plan, still ngizonazisa because I always give you those updates bafethu ningawari. And then Eric, you explained it good. Mbonge Koslami. I think I've jumped the comment from Masithembe says Ola bro. What about Ox Mtetwa? Yeah, Ox, to be honest, njengoba ngishilo on my previous video, ukuthi Ox has performed much better so far with those 2 games that we played, which were friendly games. But I still want to see him how he performs when we play league, because a lot of players kuma friendly games, I think they've performed much better than what we used to know and what we are used to seeing them perform. But so far they are playing very good. Mthetho bafethu ngembone as a player who was not good defensively but also good going forward. I know they were playing a double pivot, which they had to settle defenders, but I mean 2 central midfielders. But Mangpega, when they were playing going forward, I could see Mtetwa was allowing himself to be a spacey, ama passes bigger washaya. He was not just kicking a ball outside, ungazi ukuthi wenzakalani alikhahlelele nje ngaphandle, but he was finding space, ashana ama-tackle. It was beautiful to watch, Bafethu, I don't want to lie. So I think ngifuna ukumbona more, I just want to see more of that Sibongiseni Mthethwa, because I think he's a good player. He's a good player, Bafethu. So far it's promising. Hopefully bazomnikeza a chance. So bona it will depend on the coach ukuthi amnike chance, and then simbone kahle, sibone ukuthi lento besiyibona lapha, is it a consistent performance or bekuyinto nje ya one time and then isikhohlwe ngayo, yabo. So but so far I'm happy with his performances. And then hope you are right, QP. Some of these players are relaxed. This is the same thing Katsande said the other day when I was listening to him. That is true. And Willard Katsande, he said it. With Tabachita, most of those players, they don't have a competition. Which is why they fail, to perform to their level at best. Look at Tunkosampile Ngobo. When he's given a chance, he makes sure he tries to match up his level to Umduduzi Shabalala, because you can see Uyaz Angega told a game time, and we even Umduduzi Mtanzane and he was in Bafethu. He gave some of the best performance. So I think the more we get players for them to compete with, in a competition within themselves, that is something that is going to improve them a lot. So we need those players. Bongani Ntulu says we need experienced players in almost all positions. Our young players are good, but they need experienced players and proven winners so they can learn and grow. That is true. That is something that I agree with you guys on. Then Mr. B again says Ranga could have been a top goal scorer in the league by now. He always finds himself in similar positions to score but fumbles most chances. The young boys are feeding him. He's not even a good header. That is true. So far, the only good header that we have so far, I think, is Inaso Miguel and Uban else. Who else? I'm not too sure, but I think Inaso Miguel, so far for me, he's the only good header that we have, even though aggression is too much. I think he just needs to lower down, because even the match that we're going to play against the Richards Bay, 27, he's not going to be available because Utole red card Kumbule. He found himself being red carded on that match, calling no cards against Mamelodi Sundowns. So it's something being kalangayo and Amanje stealing sakalangayo uti. I don't know whether coach or something, but we need to find a solution in terms of Inaso Miguel Bafethu, because it's going to cost us a lot. I think we need that guy a lot because of his vocal presence, his ability to make sure that they always find themselves in the right spaces all the time. The communication is very good from him, starting from the back. Goalkeeper Wetu has been relaxed a lot. He's protecting the defense edge and everyone. So we definitely need him. Bafethu. Hopefully he can try. So going back to Uranga Shivaviro, that is true. Uranga Shivaviro could have been like the top goal scorer and should be leading by now, but problem is uyazithola espacing. Sometimes I get spacing. I think unokuvila up. I don't know why, but I think unokuvila up, when it comes to thinking, which is something that is affecting him a lot. I hope Omchita can try to think ahead, because uyazithola sespacini bamgaya ibhola, but mawaceda ukumgaya ibhola, you can see ukuthi he doesn't have an idea what does he need to do with the ball. So that is something I think Umjita needs to improve on. Hopefully he's working on that, but I so far I think probably Masingathola, a player that is going to compete with him. Definitely Naranjan, we can see the best of Uranga Shivaviro. So playing with players who was I am comfortable, there's nothing was about too relaxed vele. So I think we need to get a player, quality striker, natural quality striker, who's going to make sure whenever actually game time Uranga yabona ukuthi yabona manje yashisa manje, I need to perform at my level best, And then Sihle Dlamini, we respect you. You always come up with all collect update. Salute. Mbonge Koslami. And then Plaji says, I'm not too sure what you are trying to mean. No man says you make a good work. We need a leak. Definitely. That is true. Hope Sukhobela, QB, Do you think Kaizer Chiefs can buy Fiston? I mean, Nabi hasn't bought a striker the last transfer window. I heard he rejected a Portugal striker. Maybe Chiefs is saving for Fiston Maele. Okay, in terms of Fiston Maele, I'm not too sure if ever Kaizer Chiefs will be able to sign Fiston Maele, but I think if ever Fiston Maele asimtholi, Kaizer Chiefs need to make sure ukuthi they have a backup so that they know ukuthi if they try to sign Fiston Maele and things don't go according to plan, then they have a backup. Kumbule Fiston Maele, another thing, age yakhe isikhathi siyamshaya naso, so the more we are waiting, the more Umjita naye his performance is going to drop. So far since aqala ukudlala, I think he has about 4 goals. Yeah, I think he has about 4 goals if I'm not mistaken. 3 Kef and then 1 league or 2 league or something. I'm not too sure, but somewhere around there. But I think we need to make sure there's a backup, because we cannot rely on okay, Fiston Maele this, Fiston Maele that. If ever some Toli, what are we going to do? So at least we need to have backup so that we know if ever we don't get Fiston Maele, then there's this player that can come and he's as good as Fiston Maele, because we know Fiston Maele indoda nje engakho engastop nje mayithi iqalile yakora bafethu ayibambeki, so we need that kind of a guy. And then moving to Eric says Header Castillo also. Yes, but Castillo is injured. He might not even come back this season at all. So that is something we have to keep in mind. With Castillo, yes, he's a good diver, good header, but Skumbule bafethu, he's injured since that injury ngazange kuphanishe umuntu kuyo, which yeah, South African football, ngiphola inhliziyo bafethu, angifuna ukucamba manga. But anyways, yeah, we need those kind of players so that they can compete with the players that we currently have. Bazokhona ukubona nabo ukuthi lana phela it's either ngiyaperforma or I leave injalo, yabona. So that's what I think bafethu. And then Luvuyo says, bro, sorry man, it's been a long time not commenting. Thank you for keeping us updated. Ayre bro, sibonge Koslami. No man says we need a strong winger like Steven Aziske. Yeah, definitely we need those kind of players. We need those kind of players, but I don't wanna lie. Plaje says, I don't think it's a good idea to sign a police. They will up the price. They must look elsewhere or outside the country, not this player, as we know very well. The politics of South Africa is everywhere. That is true. As you have a very good point. Highly possible we cannot get Oswena Police just because of the price. And so far, he's constantly, performing. You've seen he's constantly performing, getting better and better and better. So the value yakhe automatically, noma ngasihlaphe enyusayo, the value yakhe automatically is rising, which means he's going to be very much expensive. But I think ukuzama it's not a problem, just to try, because last bengasinking as a Mali, it was just, the chairman refusing to sell the player. But if Kaizer Chiefs, they can try, give them an offer, they cannot refuse. The only problem is Umjita signed a long-term contract. If it was not that problem, I think bebazomthenga nje nge-buyout clause, and then we get that player as an assurance. But Kumbule, I think a priority club currently, they want to sign a striker. That's what I know so far. What they need to sign a striker. That's their top priority so far. And thing as much, but that's what I know of it. And then Ngolisi says, bro, with the performance Ox displayed this past weekend, do you think he has done enough to add more game time under Nabi? And can he be the solution at the mid as a central defensive midfield and relieve pressure on Mart? I think so, to be honest, because he performed Golden Arrows and he performed even better with the Mamelodi Sundowns. Mamelodi Sundowns is one of the leading teams in Mzansi. So if he can perform Gulea level with the Mamelodi Sundowns, I think that's enough. Bafethu. The other teams are going to play, yes, Bakona. So far, I see a problem with the Royal AM, but the others, not that much. So Royal AM, we can play a draw. But I think Ox can give us something, Bafethu. Ox can give us something. It's high time we gave him a chance, and then it's born. But Kumbule, mostly some of those players, I think they don't perform at their level best because of supporters. The pressure. It's a full stadium. It's a lot. It's a lot of pressure, Bafethu. Just take for you as an example, let's say Skela, and then they call you probably assembly, they want you to do a speech or something like that. Because of the amount of people labalapa, you be like, yo, ngiyocala apha izonenhlizisha lapha phezulu. But if ever, it's a minimum setup, a few people, now where you become relaxed, you do what you do, you do what you love. But with it works so far, I think he has proven Bafetu, yeah, he can handle being a Kaizer Chiefs player. We just need to see how he's going to do. Mabamniki chance on the upcoming games. Hopefully Bazomniki has a chance, but it will depend. It will depend on what is going to happen with the coaches. And then hope again, Supersport killed us when it comes to Castillo. He was starting to regain his form. Yeah, that is true. That is true, Koslami. La sika phakama khona bamkhahlela bambuyisela phansi, which is a problem. Mr. B, is it true that Chiefs is pursuing Mkhulise from Mamelodi Sundowns? That is not true. But yes, we would love to see him, coming to play for Nasredine. But so far, those are just rumors. But so nothing linking them as in actual. There are some negotiations and everything that is happening. It's just rumors. So hopefully they signed him, because he is someone who must, he can give us a lot, especially upon go middle field. So it will depend. It will depend. But is Kaizer Chiefs really interested, or these are just rumors? Nothing much. Nothing is tangible that we have currently. And then one delay, my brother, Hola QB, and the coordination to strikers are the priority. Wingers, we need to motivate whom we have, and then Ofe Toto. Yeah, definitely. Those are the players that we need. Those are the players that we need. And one thing I know is that Kaizer Chiefs are, actively trying to find a striker. That's one thing I know. The information that I have currently is with the Kaizer Chiefs, they're trying to find a striker. So hopefully they get a striker that they need. Someone who's top quality, someone who can give us and deliver, good performances. I hope again, QB, do you think Kaizer Chiefs are stingy or they don't have money? I mean, how are we going to compete with the likes of Sundowns that buy players who cost up to 40 million? Well, yeah. Hey, in terms of Imali, I think, I don't know, but I think there's a lot that happens behind closed doors when it comes to spending money. Kaizer Chiefs imali iyangena ne, but ayiphumi noma kanjani. That's one thing I've noticed about Kaizer Chiefs. Not ukuthi imali abanayo, I think they do have money, but imali yabo ihamba ngeplan, so it's going to be difficult, to get some of the players, because Mabazoti, they want this amount of money, and Kaizer Chiefs is willing to go to up this amount of money. Then that means there's not going to be any deal, because already, this gap is of play. So I think, that is a difficult question to answer, Mganami. That is a difficult question to answer, but it's all about Kaizer Chiefs management and what they see fit for their club, because that's how they are trying to run their club. And then moving to one deal again, we do not need to be extravagant in purchasing players, and let's get the players that we want to join our club. Oswin is a nice to have. That is true. Oswin is more like an adder, now not the player that we definitely need. He's more like an addition, an addition to the squad. That is true. I have to agree with you, my brother Wandile. Having Oswin Police doesn't mean we don't have, the players of Mfundo. We have those players. We have Mfundo. We have Abo Potane. We have Abo Pulemodi. But having Oswin Police is just a nice feature, a nice player to add to the squad. And then Norman says Bongani Zungu is also a good weapon. We can achieve more. That is true, but according to Kaizer Chiefs, he's not welcome there. But I don't want to lie, you will never see Bongani Zungu signing with Kaizer Chiefs unless they have the change of heart. But so far, with what I know, is not coming to Kaizer Chiefs. That is something you have to keep in mind. And then Malvin says Epi Mashiane Pulemobi must be given another chance. That is true. Nabo bangenile. I think bangenile. No, I'm not sure about Tuyepe Mashiane, but Tubongani Sam was there. He did play and he gave out some good performances. One deal again says, guys, please forget about Ubongani Zungu. Will never play for Kaizer Chiefs. That is something that I was saying. You just have to forget about the guy. If ever Kaizer Chiefs were interested in signing him, Abik Dalawam signer. He's a free agent currently. He has nowhere to go and he's very cheap. Like I said, free agent. Trailblazer, Haibo. I think the Royal AM match will be played in Polokwane, Royal Bafokeng. But even if the coach walks on crutches, that won't be a problem. It's not like he's going to play. That is true. Even if Agezi, or even if he can, stand far back, Ngaluguma fans, is not a problem, because I think so far the job that Khalil Ben Yusuf and Cedric Kazi, they've proven which they are more than capable, of taking care of the club. So it's not a must to coach Abe Corner. Yes, obviously we need him because he's our coach, but it's not a must to coach Abe Corner. If Yafiga Lelo Langa and it feels like I'm not okay, I don't need to go, it's fine. We have Khalil Ben Yusuf, we have Cedric Kazi. They will make sure they do an excellent job. And then moving to data scientist Atenkosi Boyana says, I just hope that we can get Lungelenguse from Golden Arrows and we go and rate Stellis for Pasadena and Adams, which nyagoza Koslami, but it's not easy as we can say like 1, 2, 3 we're going to get those players, because Kumbule Kaizer Chiefs tried to sign Foz Pasadena, but you know what happened. So that is something that we have to keep in mind. Football top news, QP, you are a legend, brother. No, Mbonge Koslami, thank you very much. I highly appreciate that, and I see you are doing a wonderful job. But if ever you see I'm not uploading and the football top news has uploaded, go and support the guy. Bafetu, he's doing a great job. Now he's one of those guys who is on the come up. Bafetu, thank you so much. Hope I still think Shivaviro can deliver and we can reach top 4 with him. That is true. It's highly possible. But it will depend on how is he going to handle the situation. I was arguing with the Sundowns fan, telling him that I don't think too much money they spend on players is not from the Sundowns pocket as an institution, but Motsepe himself. What do you think? It's highly possible because we know Petros Motsepe is managed. Even now, I'm paying for Wi-Fi, which is Rain, and he has shares there. He has shares somewhere. My company's 111. He's always someone who's making sure that he's making money. So for him, to invest and say, as in, let me just give out the team, this amount of money, and then they can buy whoever they want to buy and bring them to Amasandawana. It works. It works perfect for them because they have money. That is something we have to keep in mind. We cannot compare the two. Perfect. We cannot compare the two. And then one delay again. We do need Adams. He has an attitude. Let him go to join Masandawane. And then Pasadena is also a nice one to have. However, let us spend wisely. That is true. And then Otiro says we don't need Bongani Zungu. Obvious. Nandipa have jumped a comment, says what about Bongani Zungu? Bongani Zungu is not welcomed at Nasredine Nabi. That is something you have to keep in mind. And then Spusiso Hlachako says Bongani Zungu wahlekisa Kaizer Chiefs when he comes back from overseas. Yeah, that is something. But I think more than that happened behind closed doors, because Kumbule, before he joined Sundowns, he was wanted by Kaizer Chiefs. They wanted to sign him, and then I don't know, Ashuti, and he wants to join Santawana. He's a Santawana in Nandandani. I don't know. A lot happened, which is something I don't think they're going to tell us. And then one delay again, we need strong attacking midfielders, and also I'm a striker Buffet too. Well, I think that was the last of the comments. Buffet, this is it. Thank you so much for watching the open chat, even though I'm not too sure how this setup is looking the movement, the sync of mic and camera. I'm not too sure bengizama tester, but so far it looks like you guys have enjoyed this thing. So next time I'll try to do a video call, speaking with some of you guys if ever you are interested. Don't forget Buffet, to this is an open chat. Anytime you want us to go live, I'm here for you. This channel is not just for QB, it's for all of us to get here, engage, and then talk about everything. Ngiyabona namanye comments too. We need a strong defensive midfield. That is true, but let's give those two players a chance and then spawn so far, because I think basavuthiwe kwamanje, but kuzobonakala as time goes on. And then Feb says isifiso sami ngomnabisi. Okay, unabi, he must play umdantsane okusumthethwa and kwasimpilo engcobo ekubeni bese ezohlanganithi bike umduo da Vilakazi, umfundo forward striker Dupreez bese alandele ngoSirino. Wow, that is a nice combination to have. I think the first game dlalwe kanje, if I'm not mistaken, except there was no Sirino. Sirino was not available for selection. So yeah, it will depend. Kuzobonakala Koslami what is going to happen. But that is a nice combination to have. Duwegi says, I think all Kaizer fans kumele senze a donation sizameleni as a player esizifunayo. Yeah, we have already done Ilona. We have already done a letter which was suggested by Wandile. He's also here. You can see ama comments wake. He suggested we do a letter and then we ask Kaizer management we need you guys to get us those kind of players, and then we are able to donate, even if it's above from at least, let's say, from 200 rands we get paid, but any amount of money will do, so that we know if we can donate about 500 each. That is a lot, Buffet too. That is a lot. We can get those players like and then we have them here at Nasredine. But yeah, anyways, Buffet too, this is it. Thank you so much for the support and everything. Let me just quickly close the live stream. Bese ngibuye ngiyicheke. Ngiyabonga Buffet too. Khosi for life. Peace. Nibe nobusuku obuhle.